Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Bookish Talk. I'm Aracelli, and for today's show, in an interview, I asked my friends to tell me about their favorite books. Their responses are quite different, but interesting nonetheless. Now, I myself am quite a bit of a reader, and my favorite book is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera. This book follows two main characters who live in a society in which a big corporation has access to the dates that citizens are supposed to die. They're called Deathcast, and on the day that someone is going to die at around midnight, they receive a call from Deathcast telling them that they will meet death by the end of the day. They don't know what time of day they're supposed to die, they just know that by the end of the day, they are going to be dead. Now, Mateo and Rufus both get the call on September 5th, 2017, which tells them that they are both going to be dead by the end of the day. They both gain access to an app that is meant for finding a last friend to spend their day with and make memories. This book is them meeting and living out their last day together as last friends. It does have a bit of romance in it, which I love, but it's not a huge part of the book. I rated this book a 4 out of 5 stars because I didn't really like how the ending played out. The ending was pretty fast, in my opinion, and once the main thing that happened occurred, it went super fast from there, and that's why it didn't really earn a 5 stars from me. This is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, and I recommend this book for you all to read. Alright, now let's bring in our special guests. First off, we will begin with Bidlow.
Hello. My favorite book is The Book Thief. The book is narrated by Death, and Death follows this girl, Liesel, throughout her whole life since she watched two people die, her brother and a pilot, and up until she became an orphan and was taken in by the Hubermans, and then up until she became an orphan again, and then when she died. And she has a really powerful life story, and it's full of some amazing life lessons about friendship and love, and how friendships are essential for survival, pretty much. And I've cried in this book, and it was very powerful. I rate this 5 stars because it is an amazing book. So yeah.
That was a great video. I myself have read The Book Thief, and I must say, I must agree with everything Bigelow says about it because it's true. And I also recommend you read that book because it is life changing. Alright, next up is my friend Victoria and her video.
One book that I really enjoyed is The Shining by Stephen King. In the book, a family goes to watch a hotel in Colorado in the middle of winter. Several strange occurrences happen to the hotel, and I rated this book 3 stars because it's pretty slow, but it gets very interesting near the end.
Now, I must say, I'm not much of a Stephen King fan, but I might have to check some of his books out now because that was very interesting. Next is my friend Ria, and she's all the way from San Francisco, California. Let's see what she has to say.
Hello, my name is Ria and I live in San Francisco. One of my favorite books is The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, which follows the love story of Patroclus and Achilles during the Trojan War. It's a modern retelling of the myth, and I would rate it a 4.5 out of 5.
I've heard such good things about the Song of Achilles, and I can't wait to read it one day when I have the chance. Next up is my friend Danny with her video.
Hi, my name is Danny. I'm one of Aracelli's friends, and she asked me to make a video explaining a book that I like and rating it. So this is Stephen King's Carrie, and it follows a girl named Carrie White, and kind of leads up to an event to prom. The whole story is basically like the weeks before prom and like what happens throughout that week. and it also goes back and forth between different perspectives. There's interviews, people like asking people that were at the prom, people that were in the town during the prom, like what happened, basically questions about what happened, like the aftermath of it all, because Carrie has these secret powers that her mom, her really, really strict mom, is trying to like prove to her that she doesn't, or when she like Carrie shows off her powers, her mom like berates her, punishes her, does a lot of really evil things, tells her to repent and stuff like that. And it follows her, Carrie, and all that trauma that leads up to just an explosion when she gets pranked horribly at prom. I mean, if you've seen the movie, like, you kind of know what happens, but it's so good. And you get more of, like, a feel for, like, the character's depth in the book that you wouldn't get in the movie. But all in all, I rate it 5 out of 5 because it is so good. 5 out of 5 stars. It's gripping, not hard to read. R-rated, definitely, because it's Stephen King, but it's so good. I actually convinced my sister to read it because I read it in 8th grade, but she doesn't like Stephen King, but she's reading it. So kind of proud that I made her do that. But yeah, it's so good. If I had to do a favorite character, it'd probably be Carrie, because like the sheer power she holds is so inspiring, even though she does kind of like do bad things at the end. I don't know, she's really good. I definitely recommend it. Stephen King's Carrie.
Okay, that's 2 Stephen King books. I might actually have to check his books out now. They sound very interesting. Now, last but not least, it's my friend Aubrey with her video.
My name is Aubrey, and one of my favorite books is called In Other Lands by Sarah Reese Brennan. This book is about a 13-year-old named Elliot. He's smart and just a tiny bit obnoxious, sometimes more than a tiny bit. When his class goes on a field trip and he can see a wall that no one else can see, he's given the chance to go to a school in the Borderlands. And the Borderlands is basically a world just like ours, but with creatures such as mermaids and fairies and elves. And so Elliot has to grow up not only going through normal teenage stuff, but also going through stuff that is unknown to him, such as elves and fairies. I would give this book 5 out of 5 stars. I really liked it, and I really liked how you got to grow up with Elliot.
All right. All of these books sound great, and now I feel like I have to check all of them out. What do you guys think? That concludes our Bookish Talk episode 1. Make sure to check out these amazing books at your local bookstore. And thank you, most of all, to all of my guests. I am your host, Aracelli, and thanks for tuning in.